Russian Federation. Representative of the Russian Federation, you have the floor. Mr. Chairman, we would like to react to a number of statements regarding the Russian Federation made on the 9th of October on behalf of the EU, the group of Nordic states, as well as a number of other states. Unfortunately, the statements of these states, the statements in the first committee have once again been attempts to blacken the image of Russia. Western states, without any basis, are accusing Russia of every possible sin in the area of international security, where we are accused of non-complying with the regime of chemical weapons and all kinds of aggressive ambitions and increasing our military potential and others. All these are just anti-Russian slogans which are not backed by any evidence. Our partners in the West, as usual, are trying to create their own parallel reality where Russia is the source of all evils, and they're trying to impose this picture on the rest of the international community. This reality is very comfortable for them and makes it possible to mask their own unconstructive and dangerous steps. The reality is as follows. To destroy the architecture of agreements was started by USA. They left the INF agreements and others. They have refused to ratify the NPT and others, as well as refused to endorse the nuclear-free zone in the Middle East. They have not complied with their commitments under the Chemical Weapons Convention. They are increasing their nuclear arsenals. At the same time, the United States continue to state that they will use their nuclear arsenal as they see fit without complying with the existing non-proliferation regime. So all the regimes and treaties that I mentioned are simply hindrances to the United States, and all attempts to accuse us are simply attempts to shift the blame. Anyone who looks at objective facts will see this. The same thing with the START agreement. The U.S. is always kind of upping the ante and creating pretexts why it can't agree. Once again, we are being told that there's some sort of a parallel reality here, that there are not two major nuclear powers, but three. We're very sorry that the U.S. and its allies are trying to involve not only individual states, but secretariats of entire organizations into their game. The clearest example is the OPCW. It's unfortunate also that this has been reflected in the work of the first committee. Russia, as one of the founding states of the OPCW, is very seriously concerned about its future. We don't want this structure to become a puppet in the hands of certain states which use it to punish those it doesn't like and to promote its own interests. And that is precisely what we're seeing. The evidence of manipulations and distortions of facts are everywhere. Now, this year, meetings on the 20th of September at an area meeting, the U.S. made a bunch of allegations which have not been. No one was able to confirm them. The same thing with the poisoning of Navalny, which some delegations have mentioned. Everything is basically comes down to empty accusations, not backed up by facts. And of course, these countries refuse to cooperate with Russia on conducting an inquiry. Our requests for support are ignored. Even the OPCW has not been able to determine the nature of the agent that was used In fact, it could have been alcohol or could have been over-the-counter medications. In particular, this is very cynical, given that the United Kingdom has still not provided an in-depth explanation regarding the Skripal case. So we would like to ask the Western states to stop putting forth substantiated allegations against their good faith partners. We need to focus on the future of the OPCW and support of international peace and security. We hope that our Western colleagues, without empty allegations, simply are more interested in serious dialogue. I think we'll only gain from this. Thank you. I now give the floor to Azerbaijan to exercise its right of reply.